I just want to reiterate that this stuff that they're telling you, we're going to Mars and we're doing 5G and all this other bullshit, it's all Kabbalah. It has nothing to do with what they're talking about. It has to do with this background Kabbalah bullshit that they're pushing on the public who has absolutely no idea that it even exists. No idea whatsoever. The Christians think it's God. Other people think it's just nature because of greenhouse gases. It's not. It's these guys. And look here, number 5. That's your 5G. It's 5 and G it's right here. It's Mars. It's Gavura. So it's 5G. G is also Hebrew for Gee, which is Gehenna. All right. So what is the point of it? Gavura is the constricting force in creation, allowing independent existence. You get to exist, but also causing the initial vessel of tohu, which is destruction, to act independently and shatter. 5G sound good to you? I don't think so. They're doing this stuff because they're following a fractal code. And this is what all of this go green and all of this bullshit is about slamming people together and pushing them into small areas. Why? Because it's a constricting force. And because that is the model that they're following, they got to make you do that. There's nothing that says we have to do that. There's nothing going on in the world that says that we have to consolidate and have this Agenda 21 bullshit. Agenda 21 is 3. Who's number 3 on here? Do you know? Who is it? Oh, there it is. Saturn. So it's the laws of Saturn and the punishment of 5, because 5 is Mars and it's judgment. And so your fucking great president, Donald Trump, I want 5G across the nation. Because people are fucking idiots. You know, that guy told me a long time ago, when I talked to him a couple times in Chili's restaurant, I don't know who he was, I know his name, but he told me, he said, Bill, why do you keep trying to tell people this stuff? And I said, they have a right to know. And he goes, but you don't understand. They don't care. They're fish in a fishbowl. They're monkeys. And my opinion at the time is that everybody has a right to know this stuff. I think my opinion has slightly changed. Because it's not that people have a right to know it. You have to want to know it. And so your right to know it kind of goes out the window when you don't want to know it. So the people that want to know have a right to know. So I make videos. People that don't give a shit don't have a right to know. Because that's the whole thing about throwing knowledge to imbeciles. They don't know what to do with it, they don't care, and whatever. The point of this video is just to show you that 5G has nothing to do with radio communications. It's just a simulation of what they're doing Kabbalistically behind the scenes. Now, who does Kabbalah? Who is that? Well, it's the Jews and the Masons. That's the only ones I know. Well, yeah, you've got the Rosicrucians and you've got, the Vatican and that stuff. But I mean, I'm talking about that specific group that dabbles in that stuff. Not the average everyday person. This isn't something that, somebody just said, oh, well, we need to have sustainability. No, they're following a cutout version of reality. Well, it's time to do this. Why? I don't know. We've just been doing it this way forever. Okay, well, let's torture everybody now. Because that's what it is. That's what all of this is, stealing your cars, making you get on bicycles, doing all this crazy shit. We're going to Mars, and everybody thinks we're going in a spaceship. No, dude, you're going to Mars. You're going to judgment. See, they don't let people know that stuff. I got it laid out for you right there. There's Mars. It's number 5 on the Kabbalistic tree. We're going 5G. 5, Gevura. Right? Agenda 21. United Nations. 21. That's gematria. That's 2 + 1 = 3. What's 3? See it? It's Saturn. Saturn is the law of time. And space. And guess what? Because it's a constricting force, time and space are going to be crunched. So you get to live in little tiny houses, in little tiny rooms, and you don't get anything. Period. That's judgment. That's Kabbalah. This has absolutely nothing to do with what you call God. Because if it did, they would have showed you. This stuff is being done behind the scenes by a bunch of guys that are practicing some really weird shit, and they ain't fucking sharing the details with you. And then some retard like myself has to spend fucking 14 fucking years trying to piece shit together to give it to a bunch of people I'm not even sure they get it. So you guys are the smart ones. I'm the retard. I'm the guy that spent all the time looking it up to give it to a bunch of people that are, meh, maybe they care, maybe they don't. I don't know. I'm the retard here. I'm the dumbest of all of you guys. Because I was the dummy that sat here and wasted my time looking it up. Because it hasn't changed a fucking thing, and it ain't going to change a fucking thing. I guess the best that'll come out of it is that I can show you that the actual creator is not behind this insanity. Yeah, they are. Because they're fucking around with fractals and all of this other bullshit. And it's the way they've always done it. And it's all going back to the beginning of time. And so we have to keep doing this over and over. No, you don't have to keep doing this over and over. You don't have to do anything. That's like saying you have to vote every 4 years. You don't gotta fucking vote if you don't want to. You don't have to fuck up humanity. You don't have to do this stuff, you know. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the universe. You don't have to do this. We don't have to go through this craziness. You know, the world can go back to September 10th, 2001, and we can continue on a straight timeline instead of this crazy bullshit here. The world was messed up, but it's more messed up now. And all the chaos that you see on the TV is all scripted. Every fucking bit of it, because they're making us play out a fractal reality. Because it has to do this in nature, we have to have it happen too. So it appears that God is doing this. Oh, people are going crazy and the weather's going crazy. That means God's doing it. God isn't doing this stuff. Maybe the weather's going goofy, but it doesn't mean that mankind has to. But to make sure it looks like it's all one fucking orchestrated movie, we'll make people go nutty at the same time the weather goes crazy. That way it all fits. That way everything will come crashing down at the same time. I mean, that's what it appears to me. But doing this hanky-panky bullshit behind the scenes with this Kabbalah tree of life and constriction and all of this crazy crap, and then actually passing fucking laws in the United Nations building to force this agenda on people, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. And the retards on YouTube, and they are retards. I mean, I'm mentally retarded, far beyond what you guys could ever think. I'm so fucking stupid. The people on YouTube are even more retarded than me. Okay? Because they're running in circles talking about politics and how this is wrong, right wing, left wing, Trump did this, Hillary Clinton did that. That doesn't mean anything. Take it from a retard, me. Okay? Some of us retards are very clever. This is what's going on. This is the reality. This is your reality, so you better get fucking used to it. Okay? How do you protest this shit? I have no idea. I don't have a clue how you would even bring this to the attention of the general public. That's the beauty of the plan. How do you explain this to somebody? Nobody, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. All they care is how comfortable they're going to be after something's mandated. How much does it affect my check? Can I watch football? What about my kids? That's what they're interested in. You know, carrying a torch to try and help humanity is really a fucking burden. And frankly, I'm tired of it. You know, like I said, I think my videos are starting to get, go beyond what some of you guys are grasping. Not because you're dumb. It's just, I'm not sure you get it. These guys are playing with a playbook that most people have never seen. They don't even know it exists. They believe the shit in the news is real. The chaos is being constructed to fit the fractal. That's how it works. Oh, eventually, someday it'll smooth out. It has to, because they have to follow their own law. I don't know what the parameters are. I don't know what the start dates of these things and the finish dates are. Maybe it's looking up in the sky at the stars. I don't really know how all that works. Would it really make a difference if I did know? Would anybody fucking listen? Absolutely not. So I was just doing this is just like a backup video to show you what they're doing. This has nothing to do. Don't cry out to God, why are you doing this? Because he's not doing this. They're doing this. They're doing this because this is what the archons do. And so when Doreen sits there and runs her bullshit by you, and that's what it is, it's bullshit, understand that this is the game plan. It has nothing to do with the way you think or whatever. It has nothing to do with morals, this stuff. Fractals don't have morals. They just happen. And so that's what's going to happen to us. It just happens. It doesn't matter how nice of a guy you are or how much you go to church. These guys don't care because it has nothing to do with your moral standing. It has to do with what goes on with fractals, and those are numbers and equations and mathematical things and things that are far beyond any little intelligence I've got. I'm sure that this thing is so massively huge I could never comprehend it if I took the rest of my life. The problem I've got is that you don't tell people that this is what it is. Why do we have to follow a plan? Why do we have to follow this plan? Why do we have to make people suffer because some bullshit happened a gazillion years ago and you keep repeating it? You know what? I work in the trees. Every year a tree puts off new leaves. It doesn't affect my fucking life. Why would I live my life like that? This is the whole thing with Saturn. See, it's the whole Saturn thing because Saturn is like a clock and everything, it has a time that it's supposed to be done unto it. And so these guys, because they worship the fucking cycle, they worship all of this craziness here. And believe me, it's crazy. So they're going to make you pay for it while they do it. I don't understand why. I don't get it. And I don't believe that any creator of this place laid down these fucking laws. This is all sacred geometry. I don't remember God ever talking about geometry. Also, I failed sacred pre-algebra. So I don't think I'm going to get too far. I didn't take sacred pre-algebra. There's no such thing. It's just a joke. The bottom line is, this is the plan. Everything's going to get tightened the fuck up. You'll see it happening as constriction in media. Your rights are going to get taken away. And people are going to go, this is bullshit, blah, blah. It's not bullshit. All you got to know is here's the plan. I'm showing it to you. So don't be surprised. Don't say, why are they doing this? Why are you doing this to us? I'm showing you why they're doing it to you. I'm showing you why they're doing it to the fucking world. Because it happened a long time ago. And, well, it worked back then. We're going to do it again. Just understand who practices this stuff. It ain't the Chinese. There's Chinese that practice it, but they're not the progenitors of it. Right? It's more Masonic and Jewish. You know, remember the night of the broken glass. Remember all of that stuff. You better learn this lesson, man, because I don't know how much longer they're going to let us talk about this stuff. Not that it makes a difference. It's not going to change anything. But knowledge is going to be, what you call the light is going to be taken away. Knowledge is going to be taken away from the people, and then people won't have a chance to study and look at stuff. I mean, they're pretty dumb now. People are basically retarded. I mean, really, really, people are basically retarded, dumb fuck animals. The Jews got that part right. They're easily led. They're fucking super easily fooled. They believe about every fucking thing that they see. They investigate nothing, right? And they stand up against, they stand up not against the bad things in life. They run to fucking religion thinking that's going to save them when all they had to do was stand up and save themselves, at least on this plane of existence, and they don't. So the Jews have that right. They are cattle. And they're retarded like cattle. Cows will just sit there and watch another cow lay there and die. They won't really do anything. They'll just keep eating. So, good job, retards. I don't mean you people. I just mean society in general. All the people that post this light workers bullshit and all this other crazy stuff and politics, drop it all. It doesn't mean anything. What these guys are doing behind the scenes, you have no control over. And they've done it over and over and over and over. And they're going to do it long after you're gone, because they started it long before you got here. So I've run my mouth long enough for today. Just understand, it ain't going to get any better for a while. But at least you'll understand why it's happening. If you got nothing else out of my videos, maybe you'll get something out of this.